JayMike.
PWG.
And this is Unisport
Uncut.
Episode number 53.
53, that was a number.
53, Philip.
53.
And today we are going to talk about balls and the size of balls. No, it's not what you're thinking.
No double entendre, people.
Listen, we get a lot of questions asking whether you should choose size 4 or size 5 in footballs. So we're actually going to discuss. We have the ball master with us. No dirty thoughts there. And we have 2 minutes on the clock, starting right now.
Yeah, like we're going to keep it anyway.
Anyway, they're more like guidelines than actual.
Yeah.
Imagine if we just cut at 10 minutes.
You guys would be disappointed.
Probably.
So would we.
The goal always comes at the end, so you better stay tuned at the end. Anyways, Philip, I know, like, from a footballer's perspective, that when we started playing football, I was like 7 years old or something. We played with size 3 that are really, really small.
Yeah.
Then I think at around 12-ish, I think we started playing with a size 4. And then, of course, growing up, we played with size 5. But what should you choose?
When playing football, there are like official guidelines to follow. I don't know where you got your information from, but where I played when I grew up, that's definitely not how we did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I have like my information from DBU, like the Danish Football Federation. They say that you go for a size 3 from age or U7 to U9, then from U9 to U14, you play with size 4, which is this size. As you can see, it is a little bit smaller.
Slight difference.
Then the size 5, and then from under 15 and up, you play with the size 5 ball, like the proper
like real people do.
Yeah. Well, you play with a size 5. But there's actually a reason for playing with smaller footballs, and that is that being an under 7 or an under 9 player, well, your feet just aren't big enough and your legs aren't powerful enough to play with a ball that's A, this big, and B, this heavy. So you don't get enough out of playing, you don't develop your technique as much.
Not.
You know, the ratio of power you have to put on the ball, you don't really learn that. No. So that's why you have different ball sizes.
Although I did not follow that when I was a kid. I remember that the guideline we used to follow is that you went from size 4 to size 5 when you went from 7 aside to 11 aside.
Oh, really?
So our change was kind of abrupt. You went from size 4 and 7 aside to size 5 and 11 aside and offside.
Everything changed.
Everything changed. And since I played with players that were 1 year older than me, because I was that good, yo.
Okay. What happened?
I just skipped class. I was a little bit smarter, so I just played with other kids.
What happened since you got this bad? Like now?
Injuries.
Continue.
What's your excuse?
I always
So the change was really, really abrupt, but we kind of managed. It was very difficult the first 3 months, but the last 6 months of us playing a 7 aside, we also trained 11 aside. So we kind of got into the groove of playing with bigger balls and on a bigger field and playing with offside. So we were kind of ready when, you know, the seriousness hit.
Nice, but on like the ball size, of course, there's a difference.
There is a slight difference
in the weight, and also how easy it is to control the ball. Because being smaller, you want a smaller ball, so it's easier for your foot to actually control it. There are also other sizes of balls before you get into the whole freestyle stuff.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to mention one thing before we. Oh, that's nice.
This is a mini ball.
This is a mini ball.
That's a very mini ball.
We have other sizes as well. For example, we have the
very big ball. Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can see my face, but I'm here. This is the jumbo ball.
Basically, you can get everything. Telstar. You can get the mini ball. You can get the full and the.
I recommend not using that one.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I want to add as well, that there's one difference that we shouldn't cover that much in this episode, but it's the fact that a size 5 ball, you can always get it in the highest quality possible.
You can get the match ball in size 5.
So this is the match ball.
Yes.
But in size 4, this is the highest quality you can get. This is the competition match ball replica. It goes for about 50 euros, so it's not the same kind of quality as this. Even though when you're like 12, 13, you might not have these preferences that you want to play with an official match ball, but you know, obviously the possibility is not even there for them to choose.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, you make a match ball to perform on the highest stages. Yes. And you know, I think the thought here is that, well, people playing with a size 4 ball, they don't have a technique that's developed enough to even like benefit from the stuff that's on the official match ball anyway. So this is, you know, this is made for players who can actually play a bit and benefit from it.
Yes.
Because you know, for people who are playing with size 4 balls, this is more than good enough.
Yeah.
It's actually a decent football, the competition ball.
It's a very good ball for the use that it covers.
Exactly.
I mean,
but in terms of like freestyle, now we've kind of covered the footballing aspects of it. So basically, if you want to stay within these ranges, keep that in mind. Under 7, under 9, that's size 3. Under 9 to under 15 or under 14, that's size 4. Under 15 and up, that is size 5.
yes.
So freestyle.
Okay, so this is where the really, really difficult things come in because we don't really follow these guidelines.
You don't follow any rules.
No, we don't, because there's no age bracket when it comes to freestyle.
No.
Everyone competes against each other.
If you're good enough, you're old enough.
Exactly. So my protege is 12 years old.
Okay.
Oh, well, he actually now he's 13. But when he competed, he was 12 years old, and the guy was battling was 34.
Oh, did you beat him?
Yes, he did, because he's my protege.
Oh.
Shout out to Yoye. The thing is here that he uses a size 5 ball, but there are like older guys than him that uses, for example, a Monta ball. And a lot of people think that this is a size 5 ball, but it's actually not. It's a size 4.5. So it's in between, stuck in the middle between a 4 and a 5.
Yes.
Obviously.
But why do people use then the Monta ball, a smaller ball? Is that easy to control, or?
I would not say that it's easier to control in any way. It's slightly easier to do a revolution, like go around the ball, because
there's less ball.
There's less ball, obviously. And some other people have preferences because the ball is made out of denim and has slightly better grip on some tricks.
Yes.
So it's a matter of preference, really. But this ball has been banned in several competitions. So, for example, in Challenge and SIG 3, in the World Championships in Prague, you're not allowed to use a Monta ball.
Because it's basically cheating, because there's so much more grip on that than the...
It's actually more the size thing. So you have to use a size 5 ball to be able to compete in those competitions.
That's interesting.
But to be able to for me to come back into the conversation about size 4 versus 5 when it comes to ages, I think that if you're ready to use a size 5 ball, just do it straight away. There's a guy that I teach in Malmö. He was 10 when he started freestyling, and he went straight into a Boja Adidas official match ball, and the ball was so much bigger than his head. But the thing is that he's benefiting so much from it because the amount that he's training with a size 5 ball is just going to feel so much easier when he grows up.
Okay. Now that is pretty solid advice. Now I would actually say the opposite for footballers, that you should actually try and follow the age brackets and respect that. Listen, you're not going to get anything out of playing with a match ball that's inflated to the max if you're 10 years old.
No.
Because your feet and your legs, unless you're like some sort of mini Roberto Carlos, well, you're simply not going to get much out of it, because it's just going to be a big fat rock that's not very pleasant to play with. So that's kind of the opposite. I kind of get where you're coming from, because it's everyone against everyone.
Yes.
But here, everyone in playing football, 11 aside, you're more like on the same level.
You're not really having a level playing field when you're playing football, because it's age bracket versus age bracket.
Yes.
But in freestyle, it's just every man for himself, everyone against everyone. So you just have to live by the rules that, you know, the sport is having, and we don't have that many rules.
No, you don't.
So those two rules are like...
And you're not very good at rules.
No, we're not.
So this is kind of like the big thing that we should mention, that for freestylers, well, basically you should jump into the top gear as fast as you can. Also, perhaps you freestylers prefer your match balls because they often have the best grip. Am I right?
Best grip, best everything. The main thing, apart from the quality, I would say, is the fact that the durability of, let's say that this costs 3 times as much as this.
Yes.
But this also holds as much, like holds air and endures more than 3 times as much as this one. So instead of buying 3 of this, you buy 1 of this, and in the long run, you win. Yes. Because you don't want to buy 3 different footballs, because a worn down replica match ball is not really the best ball you can get.
But that's the thing. I mean, can you start with the size 4 replica match ball as a freestyler?
Yeah, sure. Like if like the very, very beginning, I could say that when you're learning around the world, crossover, like kind of the stage that you are right now, Jay.
Yeah, I have been to you.
You can start with a size 4, but as long as when you get into like 3, 4 around the world, I think you should get into a size 5, almost no matter what age you are. Well, if you're under 10, then...
But does it have to be a match ball? That's just what I'm getting at, because I get the feeling that it's kind of like not the snob effect for freestylers, that if you don't have a match ball, you're not a serious freestyler, and that goes our time. Oh. Let's appreciate. Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, always hits on.
Love it.
It's just like, is it okay as a freestyler not to have I mean, can you be good?
Yes, of course you can.
Without having the money.
Of course you can. That's not the issue here, but I'm just saying that if you don't have enough money, you should definitely go for something cheaper. But if you do have the money,
it's worth it.
Especially when you're training a lot, and if you wear out replica after replica after replica, then you should consider the fact that an official match ball will last you longer, and in the long run, it will be cheaper.
And it is better.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I started freestyle 12 years ago, I started with a size 4.5 Diadora futsal ball. It was terrible. Even the first trick I did was with a size 3. So a lot of cheating. But I got a match ball in 2006. It still lasts. Okay. It's 12 years ago. So, I mean, if you want to invest in something that will last, there you go.
Match ball. And with those fine words, Philip, I think we've kind of rounded off. Freestyle, do whatever you want, go to the match ball as soon as possible if you're playing 11-a-side or 7-a-side, what you're playing. Normal football, I would say. Try and follow the rules and the sizes and the I would say recommendations for which size ball you should use. Because chill, you're gonna play with a size 5, hopefully a match ball, one good day, if you're not old enough yet. And guys, with that, I think you should let us know what size ball that you like playing with the most in the comment section right down below. Also, Phil, I made a review of this. You can watch that.
Yeah.
Right down here by clicking the video. If you want more cool videos almost every day about football gear, about balls, see more Uncut, see more of this guy, well, you can click the green bubble right over my head and subscribe to the channel. With that said, leave us a like if you had a good time and spread the word by sharing the video about balls with your homies. And with that said, we signing off.
That's a great outro.
Messed it up.
Sorry, I'm sorry.